Moving on to our next topic at hand. And let me just make sure. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right. So, boom, oops, boom, boom. Okay. All right. So, Greg, you played the Division 2. And that game is out, and so far, it's been getting some good praise from a lot of people. But the people want to know what's your thoughts on the Division 2.
I think it's a fantastic game. It's way better than the first one. They really went all out on the whole like implementing a shit ton of content for a game that's meant to be played for extended periods of time. Something that I think other looter shooters kind of fall flat on is you hit end game content and it's lacking significantly. Let's take Destiny 1. End game content was boring, like full on. It didn't help that the story sucked. But let's go to Destiny 2. Or hell, let's stay with Destiny. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling at you, Anthony. Let's go with Destiny 2. Or sorry, Destiny Taken King content. And they fixed a lot of the problems with like end game. But there was still not a shit ton of end game. It was like, all right, now just grind to get to max level so that way you can be ready for the raid. And that's fine and all, but that's very bland. That's very eating a vanilla sundae with just like vanilla. Maybe a drizzle of chocolate.
Right.
Destiny 2 comes along and goes, we got this great story. But we understand that a bunch of the casual players weren't able to get to end game content or they were late because they just don't have the time. All right, we'll make the game for you. So it was super made for casuals. Like you pop in 2 or 3 hours a week and be able to fucking stay at max level. And that was fine. And then the first DLC came out for Destiny 2. And they were like, all right, we changed some stuff up, made it more hardcore. And they did a really smart job. They were like, okay, casual players can still be at max level, but if you really want to grind for these special guns that have like mods and stuff on them, that's there for those players. So the hardcore players can then play with the casual players, you know? That was a big deal. I was like, that's really fucking smart. Again, though, and I can't stress this enough, in-game content was just... All right, we've done vanilla ice cream with some chocolate drizzle and a little bit of sprinkles. All right, doesn't seem like it's enough, right? Mm-hmm. Anthem comes along and goes... Sorry, Division 1 comes along and says, we got you, dude, we got you. So here's the thing. There's all this story, and that's great. You'll hit max level very quickly. But you want that really, really good stuff, the really, really prime, crisp stuff, you're going to want to head into the multiplayer area where you get frustrated because the second that you have high-level gear, somebody else can take it from you.
I remember that, yeah.
That's the only way to get that high-level gear. All right, cool. That's not fucking fun. So Anthem comes along and says, we got this really cool idea where you fly around like an Iron Man suit, and it's really fun to play around in that world and area. Don't worry about the looter shooter part, because that's not what we concentrated on. We concentrated on the other stuff. Okay. Weird. That's strange. Our loot is okay. Not great. Our in-game content is lacking significantly. Like, you got your story. All right, done. And the story's not bad. But it's very clear to me where Anthem's money went. Very clear to me. I had a lot of fun playing it. I'm not dogging the game on certain aspects. Because playing the game is a blast. Flying around feels good. Shooting feels good. It all feels good. But, you know, again, vanilla ice cream can only take us so far.
So what kind of ice cream is the Division 2 then?
Fucking Rocky Road.
Yeah.
Marshmallows and peanuts and almonds and like it's got like another chocolate. You know that chocolate drizzle that you put on that gets hard.
Oh
You get a
yeah,
little crunch? Yeah, it's got that.
nice.
It's also got like other toppings that you want.
That's awesome.
I'm 10 hours in. 10 hours in, and I am maybe 20% through the game. Maybe.
Mm, mm.
Here's the other brilliant thing, Anthony, and I can't stress this enough. Division 2 is diabetes. Every side mission, everything you pick up, the collectibles, everything has story to it, has something about it. Division 1 did this, and I thought it was really smart, where you find these nodes on the ground that like show you a scene, but like in a VR simulation sort of thing, in the area that you're in. Sometimes you'll find walkie-talkies that have recordings on them or whatever, or cell phones. That shit was rad in the first game. This game goes, yeah, we have those too. Sometimes you have to literally fight groups of enemies for them. There are areas of Washington, D.C. you have to basically like take over. And as you do missions, you get more stuff like water, food, and crafting material. And you're able to give that to these groups to make their area stronger. So that way they can hold it down on their own without being taken over by the enemy. There are random events in the world that are just fun, but they make sense. Like, you'll just come up to a public execution. Sure, that's grim and dark, but at the same time, it's something to do. Like, it's fun. Now, a lot of people say, oh, the gameplay is just cover shooter. When the fuck has that not been fun?
Very true. Very true. Very true.
There are 8 abilities that you can unlock for your character. Each ability has 3 to 4 different little things you can unlock for that thing. The character has a bunch of fucking level ups that you get as you go through the thing. Like hold more grenades, hold more stuff in your pouch, shit like that. Every single stronghold that you find, you're able to level up by just giving them the gear that you get from missions or the material that you find. The story of the game is quite literally, you are an agent of the division that was somewhere else and tasked with coming to Washington, D.C. to help. And it is awesome. Walking through locations in D.C. that I've been to is fucking rad. So when I was in North Carolina with Half Empty Energy Tank back in 2015.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. 2014. It was 2015. January 2016. There's a whole mission where you have to go inside the Air and Space Museum. There is a whole section where you are literally walking through the main part of the Air and Space Museum. You know, I literally walked through the area, Anthony, and I went to the bathroom in that bathroom. I peed in that bathroom.
Nice.
I remember walking into this building right here, this room right here, looking at this. Oh, hey, look over here. That's where the Wrights Brothers plane is. Oh, and this room is where all the moon stuff is. Like, walking through that building and going, this looks 1-to-1 is one of the coolest experiences I've had in a game in a long fucking time.
Nice. Nice.
And I'm just getting started. I cannot make that clear enough. I have played for 10 hours and I've done all main missions and one side mission. 10 hours.
Wow.
And I'm 25% through the game.
Wow.
Come on. It's like, yo, Ubisoft, you done did it right. The looters correct.
Absolutely. How was the difficulty in the game? Like,
it depends. So they have a scaling system for when you're playing with friends who are a higher level or lower level than you.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is that the lower level gets bumped up to that level. So my buddy Monkey that I play with is 16. I was like a level 7, and if you look at like you hold the back button and it shows like your character level. It's like you're a level 7, but you're buffed to a 15 right now.
Oh, that's cool. All right, cool, awesome.
So it's on his level, but your guns do more damage. Stuff like that's really fucking cool. If I do a side mission that my buddy has, it completes it on my thing. Like if I'm in his party. Anthem fucked that up. Yeah, like it's just it's so well done. But what's so fucking crazy to me about the Division is like you're looking at this trailer right now. It is a dark, grim world.
Mm-hmm.
Dark, grim world. It is a post-apocalyptic setting where if you didn't play Division 1, the idea is that somebody created a man-made super smallpox virus that wiped out like 80% of the population on the entire Earth. The first game takes place in New York. This one takes place in DC. I want Division 3 to take place on like the West Coast, maybe in Europe, maybe like Montreal.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so many options you have for where you could take this game. Another big thing about this game is that the first game took place in winter. This one takes place in like late spring, early summer.
Wow.
Like the temperature outside seems like a constant 75 degrees with occasional rain.
Wow.
So I'm spring, but
awesome. So you're gonna keep playing it for quite some time, then?
Oh yeah, like I rented it because I was like I'm not gonna buy Division 2. The beta didn't really wow me, and we were playing it, and I was just like, you know what? Sometimes you back the wrong horse, guys. It just happens. So it's I highly recommend it. It's really well made, really well structured. I have seen absolutely no bugs in the game. I did have one really funny Easter egg that I want to share before I finish this.
Okay.
So throughout the game, you'll see backpacks and suits and luggage and stuff like that, or trash cans that you can salvage material out of, whether it's water, fabric, crafting material, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as I was doing that, I found a printer that said press X to print last paper or something like that. I was like, the hell is this? So I pressed the button and it printed out a paper. And I was like, what did it print out? And I look at it, and it was a picture of the solar system, but the Earth was a flat square, and on the top it said the flat Earth theory.
That's great.
Like that's fucking hilarious.
That's good. Wow, that is awesome.
Little touches like that. It's so well made, so well structured. I would say like my only issue is that the faces and whatnot still fall under the Uncanny Valley category, where it's like they're too real to be like almost looking animatronic.
I see.
It's like that. Whatever. It's everything else is so good about it. I don't care.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Well, there you go, guys. There is what would you call it, a review at this point, or just like an impression of the Division 2?
What's up? Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, would you call this an impression or a review of the Division 2?
A little bit of both.
Okay, a little bit of both. All right.